Kelly Daugherty, co-host of the Grief Ladies podcast. And when Karyn and I started this podcast, one of the things we knew for sure that we wanted to make sure we covered was we didn't want to just talk about grief. We wanted to talk about love, because that's really what it's about. Because when someone dies, it's so easy for us to focus on the death, to the ending, to what was lost, to what feels missing in our life without our loved ones. And that's very real and true, but it's not the whole story. At the Grief Ladies, we talk about celebrating their life. And what we mean is that we can gently shift our lens, not away from grief, but wider than grief, wider than the final days, wider than the pain, so we can also hold on to what still remains. The love, the connection, the memories, the impact our loved ones had on our lives, the ways they shaped who we are and how we move through the world. Death ends a life, but it doesn't end the relationship. This video brings together our very first 5 podcast guests, each sharing how they celebrate their loved one's life. Sometimes it's not these grand gestures, not even in perfect ways, but in real, personal, meaningful ways, through rituals, through traditions, through everyday moments, through food, through the way they carry their person forward with them as they move forward in their grief. So as you listen, I invite you not to compare. There's no right way to do this. Just notice what resonates, what feels authentic, what reminds you of your own loved one. And then think about what you want to do to celebrate your loved one's life. Celebrating their life isn't about forcing joy. It's about making space for love, even alongside grief. We're so honored to share these voices with you. What are you going to do to celebrate your love?
It's an everyday process. She was super dynamic, very motivated. She always believed in other people's potentials and opportunity for everyone to learn, to be fed. So I think anytime I do any work that's helping people to access their potential, to see how special they are, and to for sure give opportunities to people who wouldn't necessarily have them in life, I think I'm honoring her memory, and certainly being a mom to my 11-year-old son, and being able to nurture him through life the way that she nurtured me and always believed in my abilities. I used to send her, we were talking about the books that we did, I used to send her my chapters, and she always had something beautiful to say. She was a very good writer of notes. This was like one of her big skills, so I also take that from her, but she would write me little notes about how wonderful the writing was. So I think anytime I can pass that kind of energy on to others, I'm honoring her memory.
I haven't really made it a practice to go visit the graveside or anything like that, but I feel their presence within me. And I remember the things they would say to me that were fun or lighthearted. You know, if I was pouty, my mom would say, if you keep doing that, you're going to step on your lip. And I would incorporate in those things with my children to say, my mom would say, or now with my grandkids, I even say, well, my mom would say, or my dad would do this. And I really feel like that's helping them to live on so they can feel a little piece of them. I feel like the best honor I can give to my family is by living a happy, good, loving life and remembering them, the wonderful things that they had taught me and shared with me, and passing those things on to the ones I love now, that my family now, that are my children, my grandchildren. I have certain things in my home that I really like looking at that were my parents, but I don't get as much satisfaction out of that as I do sharing that kind of love that they gave to me that was so unconditional. So that's where I purpose to really give them memory is in giving what they gave.
I feel like that is a question that I hope every listener here who is grieving someone gets to reflect on that for themselves. Because I think a lot of us do celebrate it, but we don't get to share that celebration. So I celebrate her in big and small ways. I have a photo, and as I'm holding this up for those of you better, listening. So I have a photograph of the two of us, and I think this was about 2 years before her death. And I intentionally look at this photo every single day. I am a person of faith. She was a person of great faith. She loved angels more than anything else. And so I include this as part of my evening prayer. And, so that's kind of an everyday way that I celebrate her life. And then, as I mentioned before, I try to introduce her to people in my life who are very important to me right now.
The biggest way, and the person I'm thinking about in particular, is to tell the stories, is to keep continuing to tell stories and to keep them alive in the day-to-day. The person I'm thinking of at this moment was my son's best friend's mom who died, who also was my very, very dear friend. And so as he has grown up, he was 7, at the time. And as these kids have grown up, we just constantly, keep telling the stories of his mother, of my friend, and to keep her alive and remembered and to normalize. She is a part of our experience. He would not be here. We would not all be in relationship to each other if it wasn't for her and her life. And so we really, he's really taught me, and she has really taught me that piece of, because I, as a 7-year-old, I didn't want him to not know his mother, right? So that was really my job I've seen to help him know his mother and let him talk about her, and, as he grew up and developmentally grows up. So that continuing to just feel free to tell the stories is a huge piece for me.
The after-death communication that I have with my mom sometimes is just talking to her on a walk. I try to get up to her gravesite on her death anniversary and on her birthday. I think about her and will play certain songs that we used to listen to together. When I'm in my journaling mood, I will write a letter to her. So all of the things that I really recommended are all things that I do. And it's become, the after-death communication for me is a way of life. Like, it's my communication with my mom is integrated with my daily life. So I never feel separate from her or apart from her, and can have a communication with her anytime. And usually on those days when I'm asking for that sign, I will get it. And, her sign to me is shine on, or the word shine bright, shine on. It always seems to come up when I'm really needing her on certain days that are tougher than others.